1,000 days, Mom stopped at sea.
It's the 28th of July, 207, 97, and we're in the trade winds in the South Atlantic, sailing along, headed southwest, getting ready to head a little more south.
Well, there goes the sunset on day 98. The most amazing violet, purple, gray, pinkish clouds. And there's the full moon.
Okay, and lentils. This is the first big restocking that we're doing after 105 days. And for that first 105 days, we didn't dig into here for hardly anything, which is kind of amazing. 1/10 of the voyage is up, and we haven't gone into our stores, and we still have a big pantry in a side bedroom and the kitchen, but now we need to restock on certain things like lentils. Today is August the 17th. It's our 117th day at sea, and now after almost 3 months of being hit by the freighter and working on the repair, we finally have the bowsprit out. The Samson post is out now, and we're going to rebolt and refix the Samson post here in the back of the bowsprit through this metal fitting. It's going to take a little sawing and a little bolting, and then we'll have it back good and strong. And we want to secure it so that it's waterproof up here, so that when waves come over the deck, there's no water coming in anywhere.
Today is August 26th, day 126. And we just finished hand drilling the steel mount for the interior shaft generator that we're going to hook up and test when the fishing line went out, and we rushed outside and Reid caught a fish. It was a jack. It was a little bit bigger than the ones that we caught before, so that was great, but it wasn't really huge. And at the same time we decided, well, let's toss the shaft, the trawl generator out and see what happens. So we got the fish, we tossed the trawl generator out, and it worked! So we're getting amperage in from one of our alternative charging methods, not solar, which is our trawl generator, which is now producing about 3 amps at 5.5 knots.
Okay. So today we finally installed our water desalinator. This desalinator works by pressure. It's an osmosis desalinator. So the motor of the pump pushes a piston that pressurizes the salt water. It goes through membranes. The salt is removed. When the salt is rejected, the brine water goes out through one hose, and the fresh water goes out through another hose. The salt water from the ocean comes in through another hose. I've got the salt water from the ocean right now hooked to a seacock. It's underwater. This seacock right here is the seacock that comes in from the ocean into the pre-filter here.
Where's the hose?
The hose runs to the pre-filter here, and from the pre-filter it runs into the main desalinating unit.
that was Wired, an online magazine. And today is September 2nd, day 133.
Okay, very good. To a certain extent, yes. Like, I had to do something yesterday that required me using my wood carving tools, which I've had for many, many years, and the wood carving tools have a certain, I would say, magic about them, because I've used them to make figureheads, and I want those figureheads to be imbued with a certain kind of life and spirit that will speak to me and take care of me in the way that old figureheads did in the past. So therefore I handle them like that. But just today I finished making a rope guide from a piece of wood that would lead a rope from one winch to the next and hold it in just the position that was necessary. And in the course of making the piece, pretty soon I realized that I had a piece that looked almost exactly like a parrot, and so we named it Squawk. So now that piece of boating equipment that's now helping us do what we do, it's animated and it's named Squawk.
The window's a different color again. It's day 133, and we're headed back up north towards the equator, and there's some barnacle growth there again, and the colors change from that deep sapphire blue to a kind of light turquoise. Look, the galley's missing a attach.
What you were just looking at was the galley hatch, which was made of plywood, the top of it was, and fiberglass, and after many years water has gotten in. It was full of water, and it was beginning to rot, and it was leaking. So right now I've torn the top off. I'm going to replace it with a new piece of plywood and fiberglass it in. That's going to be my job for today, and hopefully I can get it finished off tomorrow. Let me see some eyes. The roller furling unit is back up now. I'm not finished with the adjustments and with getting the sail on. If the adjustments are good and I can spin it around and around, then it'll be ready for putting the sail on and pulling the sail up and seeing how much we need to modify the sail. But so far so good. It looks really good. I'm not saying it's finished until I get it working, because I'm really quite amazed that we were able to rebuild it. When you look at the photos of the damage done when the roller furling unit and the bowsprit were bent back and everything was twisted up, and you looked at it, you never would imagine that it would be possible to rebuild. But I bent a lot of the pieces and filed them and drilled them and basically rebuilt the whole thing, and so I'm hoping that I can keep it running and make it work. So I'm really happy about that, but we're not finished yet.